Hi people, I'm gonna do the comparison that generated a lot of polemic yesterday about Tulloch 2 by ONIZUKA and ELIAS page. This video got a lot of publicity, you can say, because some persons started commenting, they started to get a little bit toxic, and that's not really a good thing to happen. So I'm gonna say my opinion, and let's see what happens, okay?
Okay, so momentum. This was said by Live and Outsiders or Neo Strength, I don't give a damn fuck about the team. But he said that, and he's a respected person in calisthenics, so he gets the credit, like a lot of likes in his comments, and a lot of persons started saying that shit. Momentum. Yeah, I understand. There's momentum. Okay, but why there's momentum? That's the question. Onizuka was starting a move, was starting his combo with butterfly. ELIAS wasn't really starting his combo with butterfly. He was doing Maltese or whatever the fuck that is, and then negative of butterfly, starting with a little cross. Not really helped, but yeah, he did that and then went into a negative of butterfly. And when he started the butterfly, he bent his knees because he wanted to avoid the floor because he was near the floor. So a little bit of momentum, but needed because of the floor.
Okay, so apparently nobody in the fucking comment section remembered what grip is, what false grip or no false grip is. Like, people were saying, oh, momentum, oh, dead stop, oh, this motherfucker is a dwarf, oh, this motherfucker is a tall guy. Bro, fuck, shut up. We need to analyze grip. That's the most important thing to analyze, actually. Nobody gave a fuck about that. Nobody gave a fuck about the combo flow. Nobody gave a fuck about what was done before. Like, man, stop a little bit and analyze the thing. Okay, so in this moment I just say my opinion, because when it comes to grip and we see the grip differences, we see the most important variable, and nobody gave a fuck about that. So I'm gonna say straightforward what I think. Onizuka set is harder. Onizuka set is harder basically because of the false grip. That's obvious. I think ELIAS would agree. I don't know. I'm gonna ask him later. And Onizuka probably too. I don't know. But the thing is, the difference, like, there are a lot of difference here, but the most important and more significant variable is grip. We see this, we see that, we see the butterfly, and we see the other butterfly, and we see the Victorian, and we see the other Victorian. That's a really obvious thing to say. Grip is different. Okay, so let's take a look in straight arm. What the fuck is going on here? Onizuka set is slightly bent, well, maybe not that slightly. You can see clearly that he's not doing straight arm. In ELIAS case, it's very fucking hard to know if he's doing straight arm. I would say his butterfly is straight arm, even if the butterfly is not the most strict of all. Maybe some of the persons don't consider that as a butterfly. I consider that as a butterfly, but just not perfect. Also, Onizuka is not it has not a perfect butterfly. Like, it was slightly bent, so that's definitely not totally a butterfly in a same as in ELIAS case because of the form or whatever momentum, what the fuck you want to say. So, okay, so straight arm versus not that slightly bent. Even if that case, Onizuka set is harder, in my opinion, personal opinion. Okay, the Victorian. This part is fundamental. One Victorian is with more grip than the other. One Victorian is more straight arm than the other. But I don't know if ELIAS' straight armness is legit, because it's really hard to know when someone is straight arm, you know? I would say that he's slightly bent. I don't know. I'm gonna ask him for later, after this video. And Onizuka is clearly bent arm. Not super bent. I mean, this is slightly bent, I would say. But the thing, maybe, I don't know how slightly, but whatever. Like, even in that case, even if ELIAS was a straight arm, which I really doubt, ELIAS set maybe still in that case would be a little bit weaker than Onizuka set. I don't know, but straight arm really makes a difference. So I'm gonna leave the possibility to you to think, because there is a possibility that if ELIAS was a straight arm, he was doing harder stuff. Even in the case of ELIAS being a straight arm, I would say Onizuka set is harder, but but straight arm really makes a huge fucking difference. So the possibility is up to you. What would happen if ELIAS was really straight arm? I think he's slightly bent, so basically that's the main reason reason why I'm saying that Onizuka set is harder. But let's take a look into another variable very important, which is Victorian itself. Victorian. ELIAS form is way better. Like line, retraction, not grip. We're not considering grip right now, but really, like, man, let's take a look into the line. Let's take a look into the chest out. ELIAS is way better. Just that. I just wanted to comment that. That doesn't mean the Victorian itself is harder because it's better form, because I considered grip some moments ago. Also, I want to add something. There's a doubt in my mind. We can't see the floor when ELIAS started the butterfly, and I don't know if he touched the floor. That's really a thing I would take into account, but I don't know because we can't see. And in other videos of the competition, I think he actually touched the floor in some moments. I don't know, so I'm gonna leave that to you also. You have the responsibility, guys. So the other thing is, there's another thing very important to analyze. So other thing that was said in the comments, was high rings versus low rings. This is a very, very fucking important factor, but we have to take into account not only the instability caused by the high rings versus the short rings, but also the flow before the combo. Nobody gave a fuck about that. Okay, Maltese plus butterfly negative gives a lot of instability to start another thing. And when you are going from static to strength dynamic, like Onizuka did at the first part of the combo, he just went into one thing to another without being unstable. The instability for him was the fucking high rings, and that causes a lot of difference. But there are instability in all cases by different factors. Okay, so that's all for today. Have a nice day or day or say, or I don't know.